kidding. That brings us to the athletes in here right now.
Yeah? Hard work and dedication you put into representing the school all over the city has always been greatly appreciated. Whether you won or you lost, you're always our champions, and you always made us proud.
So we would now like to welcome Ms. Jennifer Thiedemann and her son Sean to the stage to lead us in a toast to the graduating class of 2010 and their parents. Ms. Thiedemann is the proud parent of almost 3 Pearson alumni, and it is an honor to have her here tonight.
Since this is a toast, we need you to fill your glasses, so please do so. Ms. Thiedemann, Sean, the spotlight is yours.
Graduates, teachers, administration, and families. My name is Jennifer Thiedemann, mom to Brian, Jessica, David, and Sean. Friday, May 25th, 2010 will be our family's last high school graduation. Hard to believe that our baby, Sean, will be walking the stage, although at 6'8¼ gotta get that quarter-inch in there, he's hardly a baby anymore. We first walked these halls in the spring of 1998, doing our first tour of Pearson with Brian, in awe of the size of the school compared to the elementary and junior highs. Jessica followed in 2001, David in 2005, and Sean in 2007. Our goal as parents and teachers is to hopefully prepare our children for the next level, whether that be post-secondary education, an apprenticeship, or working. Tonight we celebrate those achievements with you. This coming September, our Brian will begin his first year of a political science degree, David will be in his 3rd year of a community science degree, and Sean will start a Bachelor of Science Education degree. Who knows, one day he could be back here teaching and coaching. But look out, Mr. Wiggly. Jessica started the trend to head to the University of Lethbridge, and I'm proud that all of her relatives will follow in her footsteps. Not thrilled that it's in another city, but it's still close enough to drive down for an evening and have dinner, which we've done. Or to do their grocery shopping, so I've been told. Well, it won't be that far away. Most of the original teachers, administration, and teachers aren't at Pearson any longer, but I wanted to specifically mention a few staff members that are still here, if you'll indulge me a moment. Mr. Wiggly, I think you're probably the only teacher that knew all 4 kids, as well as teaching 3 of them. You're an amazing science teacher. Ms. Olson in guidance, thank you for helping the kids pick the right courses, making changes when necessary, and listening to me vent when things weren't going well. Ms. Fodor in the office, I know she's not here tonight, but for being patient with me whenever I have a question, because you're the one in the office I called to ask, going as far back as our early days with Brian and Sanson. Mr. Weir, principal, for moving another group rental, and allowing Jessica's Memorial Referee Tournament to be held here that very difficult September 2007, and every year since. Mr. Prowse, Mr. Jorgensen, Mr. Pearson, Mr. Mitchell, what can I say? Thank you just doesn't seem enough. You 4 have had the most impact in our lives, coaching and mentoring David and Sean in volleyball and basketball. I must say that is what I will miss the most, watching and cheering my kids play for Pearson. There's been many a frustrating game over the years, but winning the Division II basketball banner this year was sweet icing on the cake. As a family, we've shed a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and even a fair amount of hair in this building, but we wouldn't have had it any other way. Our kids have played on a lot of different club teams throughout the years, but have always felt the most comfortable with their Pearson teammates. And now, please join me in raising a glass to your 2010 graduates of Lethbridge Pearson High School and the end of their public education. Congratulations to you all. So thank you again and goodbye. Well, maybe I should say see you around. Depending on how things go next year, it might just be annoying you come back volleyball and basketball season. We'll need something to fill up our evenings, and we just might need someone to pester you on the sidelines and after the games. We're pretty good at that. Once again, congratulations, 2010 graduates. Good night, and cheers.
Hey! I'm Sean Thiedemann, as I was introduced, and I'm here to do a toast to the parents. Pretty important people in our lives. They stood by, supported us through 13 years of school. They volunteered, they did all those parent-teacher interviews that we never wanted to go to, sports, and they paid our fees. I don't think a month went by that my mom or dad wasn't writing a check to one school for registration, fees, pictures, field trips, study guides, sports, and most recently, this, all the grad expenses. When you think of all the forms that had to be filled out and brought back over the years, it's kind of tough. They must have gotten a tired wrist. Also, I don't think my parents are going to miss that lovely recording from the Sinner Voice that we all became friends with. Your son or daughter was absent from one or more classes today. That, we never really heard the whole message, but we heard a lot more afterwards. At least 2 years ago, I could just blame it on my brother, you can blame it on me, but not in the past grade 11 and 12 years. Without our parents, this evening wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't even be here or going to school if it wasn't for them. So please join me in rating a glass to the parents.